The Star Trek fan film and production news you need to know now. The new year begins with more on the Axanar front. We now know there is serious accountability issues between what Alex says he spent the original crowdfunding amounts of about $1.4 million on and what he actually bought with it. Plus, a months-old documentary from Vice shows us who Alex's latest benefactor is. So we're spending all of January diving into this, and we'll have more in a live edition of a Trekzone Conversation on January 23. Potemkin Pictures, Trekzone's best production house for 2022 and 2023, plus the winner of the category at our Best of 2023 event, posted that they won't be seeking crowdsourced funds this year, and it kicked a bit of a hornet's nest around the 19. Where Randy simply stated he doesn't need to accept donations for the year ahead, the others saw a cold-blooded attempt at discrediting them, which all spilled over to the complete withdrawal of Potemkin Pictures from Fan Film Factor. Randy telling Trekzone that he's instead going to be focusing his attention on his productions and giving us and MTM the exclusive word on what's happening. In the days following that, a massive slate of updates was released by Randy, including a potential January release for Starship Caliborn. Starship Webster should set sail again in February. Starship Deimos is looking towards the middle of the year for Sleeping Dragon. Starship Tristan has a rough cut completed of Nightwatch, and the IKS Quebelth is working towards an October shoot on the in-the-works script of Treachery and Honour. Jeff Nord has revealed a first look at one of the uniforms for Defenders of the Federation, his follow-up to Commanders of Starfleet, our 2023 Best Short Fan Film. Jeff told me back in November that where Commanders was a 1940s Flash Gordon homage, Defenders is going to be more like a Star Wars Battlestar Galactica 1970s era sci-fi, with the plot working towards that all-important Star Trek message at the climax. He had spent a few months working on the visual effects first, and now he's obviously moving into the next phase. The gang at the Niners YouTube channel, David Frank and Christian Lurch, have posted a what-if style title sequence for Star Trek Emissary to celebrate Deep Space Nine's 30th anniversary. Star Trek Emissary tells us the tales of Benjamin Sisko's life in the lead up to his return from the Celestial Temple, which of course was his fate, spoilers, in What You Leave Behind at the end of the third live-action series. Nice job, guys. Now, the Writers Guild of America, which registers each script of a television series, has given us a glimpse of what's to come from Discovery's fifth and final season when it premieres in April. And I've got those episode titles for you now. Red Directive, Under the Twin Moons, Janelle, Face the Strange, Mirrors, Whistlespeak, Erigar, Labyrinths, Lagrange Point, and Life Itself. Will we see the Short Treks episode Calypso come to pass? Only time will tell. Now, speaking to the Wrap, Seth MacFarlane has restarted the pilot light for fans longing for a fourth season of The Orville. While Seth didn't actually say anything positive, he did note that there is no, quote, official death certificate as yet. With that said, Adrienne Pilecki noted last month on the Inside of You podcast that she was done with the series after calling it a horrible experience due to the protracted timeline of production, averaging just 5.5 episodes a year over 6 years. Certainly not enough to make a living off of. Time will tell what we'll see. Well, Trekzone membership gets you in first updates and first details. With a few tiers and a few options, you can help Australia's only science, space and science fiction podcast pick up the pace in 2024. Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok and YouTube Shorts all have podcast highlights, so find us where you are. For now, this is the Trekzone Breakdown for the 8th of January 2024.